स्टूडेंट वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। एम एड सेकेंड सेम के फिलोसॉफिकल फाउंडेशन ऑफ एजुकेशन कोर्स वर्क की स्टडी कर रहे हैं हम, जिसमें हमने यूनिट 1 कवर किया था यस्टरडे। यूनिट सेकेंड का पार्ट 1 मेटाफिजिक्स, एपिस्टेमोलॉजी, एक्सियोलॉजी को हमने स्टडी किया था, जो कि ब्रांचेस ऑफ फिलॉसफी हैं। यूनिट 2 में ही आज सेकेंड चैप्टर है नॉलेज से रिलेटेड, जिसमें नॉलेज कंसेप्ट, नेचर एंड टाइप ऑफ नॉलेज है। सो नॉलेज का इंट्रोडक्शन ये मैं PDF आपको दे दूँगी, इससे आप लिखिएगा। हम कंसेप्ट से बात करते हैं कि व्हाट इज़ नॉलेज। द नेचर ऑफ नॉलेज हैज़ बीन अ सेंट्रल कंसर्न इन फिलॉसफी फ्रॉम द अर्लीस्ट टाइम्स। इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ थॉट, theory of knowledge has been constructed as a branch of philosophy as known as epistemology. Epistemology comes from the Greek word episteme, meaning knowledge, and logos, meaning discourse or science. Epistemology is an area of philosophy concerned with the nature and justification of human knowledge. It is that field of philosophy inquiry which investigates the origin, nature of knowledge, method, validity, and limits of knowledge. Epistemologists historically have concerned themselves with such questions as what is knowledge? Is knowledge one or many? What is the structure of knowledge? And what are its logical category, and so on. So next we see what is the definition of knowledge. According to the most widely accepted definition, knowledge is justified to believe. That it is a kind of belief is supported by the fact that both knowledge and belief can have the same object, and that what is true of someone who believes something to be the case is also true, among other things, of one who knows it. For example, sun rises in the east is the knowledge or true belief that is supported by the fact which is arrived at through daily observation for millions of years by people. It is obvious and generally admitted that we can set to have knowledge only of what is true. If one admits that the proposition is false, it must be admitted that the person did not know it and that no one else did. Although the person may have thought and said so, belief that merely happens to be true cannot be regarded as knowledge, because knowledge is justified beliefs. First of all, knowledge is express proposition. The meaningful sentence that conveys truth or meaning is said to be proposition. For a sentence to be meaningful, the word is sentence should be meaningful. That is, the concept expressed in the form of word should be true. They should correspond to be state of affairs that is existing the present and existed once upon a time. A proposition is what the sentence means. Two or more sentences can be used to express the same proposition. It is the proposition that is true or false, but it is the sentence that has meaning or fails to have it. Not every sentence states proposition, only sentence that we use to assert something express proposition. For example, a square has four sides that are equal. I know that ice melts or heat on heating. But in order to understand by proposition, a square has four sides that are equal. I know that ice melt on heating. But in order to understand any proposition, we should first of all know the concept involved in a proposition. According to John Hospers, there are two requirements for knowing. First is objective requirement, and second one is subjective one. These two requirements are discussed at the following subsection. Requirement of knowing. Proposition must be true. One cannot know proposition if proposition is not true. If one says I know proposition but P is not true, the statement becomes self-contradictory, for a part of what is involved is knowing P is true, therefore knowing P is knowing P to be true. Now, three division of knowledge. Based on the way or manner in which it is obtained, knowledge can be classified under three heads. A prior knowledge, it is know whose truth or falsity can be decided before or without resource to experience prior before. Knowledge that is prior has universal validity and once organized as true does not require any further evidence. Logical and mathematical truths are a prior in nature. They do not stand in need empirical validation. Traditional philosophers have regarded a prior knowledge as superior to all other knowledge. The propositions that come under this category of knowledge are known as analytical proposition. An analytical proposition is one whose truth can be determined solely by the analysis of the meaning of the words in the sentence expressing it and whose truth is or falsity can be decided by pure reason without resource to verification with experience. For example, the proposition bachelors are unmarried men or 2 plus 2 equal 4. The posterior knowledge. It is knowledge based upon observation and experience. This is the knowledge of the scientific method stressing accurate observation and exact description. The propositions that fall under this category can be looked at form of the criteria employed for deciding their truth or falsity. For example, we have proposition like ice melts, snow is white, metal conduct heat and electricity. These propositions give us factual information whose truth falsity can be decided only through observation and verification. Now, third one is experience knowledge. Is always tentative and cannot exist prior to experience or be concluded from observation. It must be experienced to have value. Basic of three types is propositional knowledge, prior or posterior, and it is to this type that the structure of the knowledge question is addressed. This has important implication to curriculum planning. Conflicting system of philosophy have arisen from different initial choices among the ways of knowing. It is important to know in advance some ideas about main ways in which knowledge could be related to the things known. There are 6 theories of knowledge in the field of epistemology, which as follows. The 6 theories of truth and knowledge. The revelation theory. This view holds that the final test of the truth of assertion is their consonance with revelations of authority. We recognize this as one of the view, but not the only one favored in religious thought. However, weight of authority has played its part in area other than religion. Aristotle's utterance, for instance, were depend upon the countries as the sine qua non of wisdom. It is said that even scholar Galileo Stein refused to look through the telescope because Aristotle had not indicated this as permissible. The coherence theory. This theory says the statement is true if it is consistent with other statements accepted as true. Statement of course must be true to particular to which they refer. Just the revelations accepted as valid and religion are not necessarily extended to other area of belief. But on the hypothesis that the entire universe expresses a single, unified, and rationally consistent order, each statement accepted as true must be congruent and all other statements accepted as true. The next is presentative theory. This view holds that reality as presented to the mind in perception is known directly and without alteration. Errors of perception occurs, but further observation is able to detect and explain them. Realists, specifically neorealists, favor this view. The representative view is typical in common sense thinking, although common sense with admirable impartiality may adopt all six of our theories of knowledge as convenience requires. Next is representative theory. This view, again favored by certain realists, hold that our perceptions of objects are not identical with them. This differs from the presentative view sketched above, which goes the length of saying that when we perceive truly, our perception is identically with the object perceived. This implies that the object perceived literally enters the mind which perceives it. The representative realist tries to be more caution on this viewpoint. What we see when we look at the tree is only its image. The tree cannot be identical with this image. The image is in one's mind, and the mind is somehow locate the brain. The next is pragmatic theory. This view holds the statement to they work successfully in practice. If an idea or principle is effective organizing knowledge or in the practical affair of life, then it is true. The belief the pragmatist that the function of knowledge is to guide thought and action successfully is that root of important development in American education known as progressive movement. Next is intuition theory. This view varies so much is in definition that it sometimes becomes identical with some of the other theories cast above. At one extreme, intuition refers to a mysterious and immediate inner source of knowledge apart from both perceptual observation and reasoning. In this sense, institutionalism is encountered in some philosophers, Neo-Platonism and Bergonism, in realism, philosophy, spiritualism, and in the twilight area of mysticism in general. At the other extreme, the term intuition has been used to designate generally accurate and immediate ways of knowing. So these are the six theories of knowledge. I will provide you the PDF so you can learn easily with this PDF, and if you have any query regarding this topic knowledge, please comment on comment box, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.